Wear a shadow.
Wear a shadow.
It begins with absence and desire. It begins with blood and fear. It begins with a...
Discovery of witches.
She's a witch.
Burn her, she's a witch.
We have found the witch, may we burn her? Burn her!
Hey, and welcome to the Ruben Tuesday. My name's Ruben.
And I'm Kay.
And we are reviewing with full spoilers, talking about our best moments, really. So spoilers ahead. This is season 2.
Of Discovery of Witches. I am a bit of a history nerd, and I I particularly liked some of the real details that they put into the history. Well, look, okay, let's just clarify for those who are going to shoot me down. I appreciate the nods to the history that we know as history, because who knows what actually genuinely really happened in 1590, because we weren't there. So what we know and what we've been taught in history was fairly accurately represented, I thought, even down to the tiniest little details like the pockmarks on Queen Elizabeth's face.
Yeah, exactly. I thought she was
brilliant.
excellent in this.
Yeah.
She had a lot of presence, exactly what we expected her to have. There are 10 episodes, more than the first season. So the first season had 8, this time there's 10. It felt like they needed more in this season, a lot more. I think maybe that's because once you start getting into the story, you're once again kind of swept up into... I guess what the characters are going through, sometimes not for the best, sometimes not for the better, but for the most part you're enjoying it, I think.
Yeah, I think it did have some slow moments that maybe could have been, the pacing could have been improved a little bit, particularly in the first half. Stuff floating around in the air.
Maybe you're weaving.
I'm weaving the threads. That's what I'm doing. No. So it was a little bit slower to begin with. And the second half definitely had a lot more pace, a lot more stuff happening in every episode.
So there is one thing I want to talk about first, and so that's kind of also trying to get some housekeeping out of the way. There's this thing that a lot of cinematographers and filmmakers are talking about at the moment when it comes to TV and film. So there's two things really. Okay, so the one is sound editing. So a sound mixer, when they are filming, when they are scoring, basically live, they're capturing the ambience. They have to capture everything from what the crickets are doing to what the dresses sound like when they move, to the actual cadence of someone speaking, and then they put that all together in the edit. Well, not actually editing, but in an edit for them, they're capturing it on their devices, depending on how big your budget is, and then they have like a mixer that has many multiple level designs in their audio. It's actually quite complicated. If you see the gear, if you've worked in film, you'll understand. However, when talking to some of my cinematography friends and sound mixer friends, there's this thing in Hollywood and TV at the moment where once it gets to the edit room, they just there's a
What was the point?
they're leveling the sound and then heightening it to carry the story forward, because they don't have enough faith in their story, so they want to make it so that it's really loud now, so this is a really exciting moment, guys, it's exciting, in case you didn't know, it's exciting. And so we get that a lot in films. It's like a pandemic of its own in the entertainment industry. That is a thing that's happening. We used to have Dutch camera, which a lot of people did that, and shaky cam. The new thing is sound and level design. You'll notice a lot. So if you're struggling and you're having to turn your sound up and down, that's a thing that's happened now in our film industry. Tenet is a great example for that. So I'm digressing a little bit. So we had that issue in this series.
Yes, we did.
We had to turn up and turn down. And we have the fortunate, I was going to say the fortunate misgivings. No, we are very fortunate to have Dolby Atmos. So we have a state-of-the-art surround sound system. It's the best it can be with what you can have at home. We have a large screen, a projector in 4K, so we watch it in all its glory as it's supposed to be. And so when you're having to change the sound up or down, that means it's not doing its job. That means there's something gone wrong. And this is a thing that's gone wrong. So that was a thing that irked me, but it's not necessarily their problem. It might be industry standard now.
Which is just so annoying.
Which is terrible. Anyway, let's get into full spoilers.
Okay. So it turns out that Diana is a weaver. Not only is she a time spinner, time walker, time spinner.
Yeah.
I don't know. They use both.
Yeah.
But she's also a weaver, which is very super rare. And not only is she a weaver, but she's a weaver of all the elements. She doesn't have just one. She's got the whole package. And what is, of course, the biggest spoiler of the entire season is...
Well, she's pregnant?
She's pregnant.
Yeah.
So Twilight.
I did laugh because... see, this is the thing which I think some of the people that have read the books will go, well, those are the books.
Oh, yeah.
But having to read the book shouldn't be a prerequisite to know what's going on in your TV series. So
it was obvious that she was pregnant, right?
Until they told us. Like, you kind of guessed where it was going to go, unfortunately. But I think some people go like, oh, but if it's in the book, that's what they're going to have to do in the TV series. Of course, that's going to be...
Yeah. I think that was the point that we were making about demons, right? So we've had 2 seasons now, and we know quite a lot now about vampires, and we're beginning to know quite a lot about witches. But we know absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and I really want to know about them. They're very interesting characters, we think.
Maybe. They just seem like ordinary humans to me. I mean, they procreate like humans. They seem to age like humans. Maybe. I don't know. They don't seem to have any special powers.
This is where people who have read the books are going to go, yeah, but in the books. But it shouldn't be a prerequisite for you to understand or know something to have to read the books first. You know, like lots of people are not going to read The Lord of the Rings before they watch the films or ever. Like, who's got time for that?
I'm not ever going to read them.
How dare you?
I know, you've read them more than once.
More than once, yeah.
Yes. So you've read them for us then?
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, we digress. Again, the thing is, I want to say that we actually enjoyed the season.
Yeah, we did.
So we may be picking out a little bit nitpicky stuff, but actually we really enjoyed the season, and we binged it like straight, flat out. It was really good.
It's very interesting. I had a little argument with someone, I think, on our episode 1 review, because we got screeners, and the PR press people were saying, oh, yeah, because they're coming out weekly, you should only reveal them weekly. And we're like, okay, that's fine. And then someone else was saying, no, but they're all coming out at once. What are you talking about? Get your facts right. It's like, okay, I'm sorry. It's not a big deal. You don't have to get upset about something like that. No? Turns out they were right, and I was right. Because they are being released on terrestrial TV, but on streaming services like Now and Sky and other places around the world, you get them in a chunk. And so when we saw that, we're like, oh, okay, we're just going to watch them and review it then.
Binge it, watch it all.
So if you're lucky enough to have that, you can watch them all, which is great. And it's very bingeable.
Yeah.
And my favourite characters were surprisingly the head witch. What was her name?
Goody Olsa?
Yeah.
Olsbrook?
Yeah. I just thought she had so much presence. Every time she walked on, the way she looked at a person.
So good.
And that reminded me of the Vampire Mother.
Yeah.
And I thought, again, presence. These ladies have intense presence.
They do.
So when, especially the Vampire Mother, when she's looking at someone, it just looks like she's either figuring them out or there's something going on beneath the surface.
Yes, I actually really particularly like that about all the de Clermont castings of the characters, because they all seem to have this something's going on beneath this facade. And with Matthew, you can always see that he always looks slightly amused.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're so cute. Oh, don't hurt yourself. You know? Or he's about to rip someone's head off.
Okay.
That's the look.
So this season 2, actually is mostly in 1590. There are a few episodes where it's in the present time, which I didn't mind. I don't think it's quite half and half. I think there's more in the past. I liked that story more in the past. I was a little bit annoyed when we came to the present, because I wanted to see more of the magic. I thought when we saw the magic, when we saw her get her familiar,
that was very cool.
That was so cool. Obviously, it is a little bit spoon feeding, because they're saying, "Oh, look, when your familiar comes back again, it's gonna be there to help you." And then, like the next scene, here's your familiar that you need to help
trying
you.
To kill you. Oh.
But that whole scene was fantastic. The way it looked, visually. Like, I was like, are you CG? Are you not CG? I know you're CG. You can't be real. But you look very real.
It was very well done. I have to say, all of the magic bits were really, really well done. There was one unfortunate stag in the woods.
Oh, yes.
Not the stag.
Not
at
the white
temple,
stag.
Not the
No.
white one.
Yeah.
The other one when Matthew goes hunting.
Yeah,
It's
that
like,
didn't look real at all.
What are you?
I guess they just weren't lucky enough to have a stag.
Little digital stag.
We'll put it in post, and the
Yeah.
post guy's like,
What? Okay. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was the only unfortunate CG moment in the whole series, I thought. Everything else was really beautiful. The costuming was fantastic. The sets were fantastic.
I mean, the story obviously is centered on the book. That's
Yeah.
what it's all about. They're trying to get the book together. Everybody wants the book. Everybody wants to read the book. You go on various journeys. We go and meet the Claremont father, who was fantastic.
Yeah.
They built him up and built him
Brilliant
up.
casting.
And I said, he better be some damn great actor or just have the presence to kind of be what they're suggesting he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And he was. And the whole time, the first time you see him, like, well, he's a douche. The next time you see him, he's really a dick. And the next time you see him, you're like, I really like
He's
him.
brilliant.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Which is great. So
That's really well done.
Very well done.
Yeah.
I really appreciated his character. And now, when we see the wife or the mom in the
Isabeau de Clermont.
thank you in the present, you feel for her and you
Yeah.
have that reference. And I
Yeah.
really like the love letter from them. Their relationship actually through time was very nicely done in this season.
Yes.
And then we have the relationship with the aunts who are trying to contact the dead.
Yeah. Just don't do that.
We
never
just knew
ends
that
well.
was going to go wrong. Then we have Daddy.
That was amazing as
That
well.
was amazing. Like,
Yeah.
just out of nowhere, wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
Daddy arrives. Goodbye. I'm going to see you now when you're 2, okay? Timey-wimey stuff is weird, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the ending. What ending?
It was like, is there another episode?
Yeah, it really felt like it. It wasn't like they were ending on a cliffhanger. It just ended. So we have the one aunt who's now been killed. We have the vampire who's been put to sleep, who's in the woods. We have the mother staring.
Well, we assume that she's dead, you know.
Oh, she's definitely dead. I think he snapped her neck or something.
Well, she said that Diana would avenge her, so we're
and then
assuming that she's
we're
dead.
assuming she's dead. And they haven't jumped across time like we expected them to and have this big kind of...
We expected it to end with them jumping back into the middle of all of that chaos and mayhem.
And hoping that she would be strong enough to help them.
Well, no, that's the cliffhanger I was expecting, like they did with the end of season 1, where they jumped and that was the end.
Yeah. Yeah, so this time it just felt like all the characters and all the places where just leaving them there.
They've put all the characters on the chessboard. Like, we're ready now.
Yeah.
Now we're ready for the bite.
That'll be
battle.
season... Can
and
you
the-
imagine that they don't do season 3?
Well, then we'll read the books.
Yeah, I guess we will. Yeah.
My theory on the prophecy, those who've read the books, please don't spoil it for anyone else. But my theory on the prophecy is that the witch who's in the prophecy is Diana's baby. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they refer to Matthew as the wolf. So at some point, maybe Diana's going to be revealed to be the lion.
Yeah.
So the prophecy is,
So
beware the witch born of the lion and the wolf, for she will destroy the creatures of darkness. Or
So the prophecy is about her, but technically about the baby that they shouldn't be able to have.
I know, magic
Yeah.
baby.
How'd they do that? It's like got vampire sperm with like special powers.
I don't know. I mean, how did she make the egg come alive, you know?
I don't know.
Crack this egg into a bowl. No, instead I'll hatch it into a chick.
She timey-wimey did.
But if it hadn't been sat on by the mother hen, it would have been dead. Needs to incubate in the heat. So she must have warmed it and sparked life somehow.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
No.
No. Don't think about it too much. But yeah, so where do you think season 3 is going to go? Obviously, I'm hoping that they're finally going to jump back. They're going to try and put the book together properly so
Yeah.
that somebody can actually read it. I'm also hoping that we're going to get a lot more information about the demons and they're actually going to feature in the storyline somewhat because at the moment they're just a character.
This is what I wanted to say. It felt very much like a video game that I was watching you play, and it was like side quests.
Hold
So
up
you've
a
got the
minute.
main story, and then you've got all these side quests going on as well.
Yes, there is that too. And there is the blood issue,
Oh yeah.
which we haven't spoken about.
Gosh, there's that.
The blood rage? The blood phage. The what?
Blood rage.
Blood rage. Phage. Yeah. The blood rage, which is another whole issue. And they haven't revealed who that vampire is that's killing everybody.
No.
We obviously think it is the
The paramedic.
Yes, the one that wasn't able to be turned, but probably has been. Yeah.
Well,
that's the theory.
That's a theory.
Let us know your theories. What did you think about this season? There have been some mixed reviews. I think The Guardian gave it 2 out of 5, so they didn't like it at all. And then there's been some that have gone, 10 out of 10. Amazing, exactly what we wanted. So I'll give it a B+.
I give it an A-.
Oh, there you go. Chat to us in the comments below. Let us know your favourite spoilery moments. Remember, spoilers in the comments, because this is a spoiler review.
Yeah.
Talking about our favourite moments here. I think we've covered most of them. We've probably missed out a few that you maybe wanted to talk about. There are definitely a few other moments we could talk about, but otherwise we'll be here for like half an hour.
Yeah.
But we really enjoyed it. So chat to us there in the comments. Thanks so much for watching this. But most of all, until next time, remember,
Live long and Tuesday.